morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mine will be a very brief talk, and there's no PowerPoint to bore you. General Bhargav already told you that we crossed the 500 million mark in telephones about a year ago, and that's an achievement which has been preempted by almost a year. The predictions were that in year 2010 we will cross the 500 million mark. Now, if you start to reflect, what does that mean? It really means that we in India have leapfrogged technology. We didn't end up with fixed lines in all our homes and all the places. However, we went into a technology which is completely different, which is the wireless. What is evolving around the wireless technology and so on, and it has to be very efficient. What they've done is they've tied up all their cars through a GPS system into a computer which tracks each and every vehicle. It tracks which employee is in which vehicle, including if there are women employees, especially when there is a single woman employee in a particular vehicle. If the vehicle goes off track, that is being tracked. Now, if you just think about how an application is evolving around our way of thinking. Can I do this? Yeah, I wish I could do this. And that's how they're thinking. And what they do now is, all of this is integrated into something even more simple. They send out mass SMSs to people who need to know certain things about their transport and so on. I mean, this is something which is happening amongst us. And again, it is evolving by each one of us. How nice it would be if I'm driving into Connaught Place and I very often wonder, will I find some parking? Or where will I find it? If I was in the car and I was in Noida and I'm going to Connaught Place driving, I don't have to worry about it because I know exactly where the parking slots are, and so I know that I'll make my meeting without any problem. And that is already possible. Again, it's an extension of our wishes. So it's no longer wishes, but these wishes are coming true. And that is what mobile technology and embedded technology are doing to us. One more reflection. I was just coming back from Tokyo, and on my way back, I had to stop at Hong Kong, and I had to have my briefcase through the X-ray machine and the security scanner. And the computer came off, it was scanned separately, the bag went through, and then the security people said, well, what do you have in your bag? And I said, well, you have electronic items? And I said, yes, I do. And they said, you'll have to take out every bit of electronic item. I was amazed at what all my briefcase contained. And they contained not just the computer, it contained the mobile phone, it contained all kind of iPods and gadgets and storage devices and whatnot, and the associated cables which go around it. If you start thinking about what happens into the future, it's absolutely clear. General Bhargav already told you about the PDAs. Yeah, PDAs are very much part of our life. They are embedding more things there. Now you open up your PDA and look at addresses. You can search the internet. You get your emails, and then you can look at Google Maps if you're lost, and so on. So I mean, already we are way ahead of what we were 5 years ago. But then if you start thinking, do I really need all those things around in my bag? The answer is definitely a no, because what you would be expecting is that my computer at some point of time will disappear. Yeah, I will not need to carry this bulky 2 kilo item with lots of accessories together with that. The iPod will disappear and everything else together. Why? Because there will be just one device, and that device will be big enough to fit into your pocket. And that's really where we're getting. And if you start thinking about what's going to happen, is this particular device is going to project possibly a virtual keyboard onto a surface, and that will be your screen. It'll project a keyboard in front of you, and that will be your keyboard of your computer. That's where we'll be going into. That's what we should be looking at. How we imagine, how we project is what our life is going to be, and that's what mobile and embedded technologies are going to help us with. It's going to be part of life. Already we have seen great advances, especially in the medical field, where doctors can monitor the patient's heartbeats or other critical functions sitting in their offices through remote, and that's through the mobile technology. That's enabled through that. What I would wish you is success over the next 2 days. There's a huge amount of learning, because it's you and this generation who are actually going to enable me and my generations to leave our computers behind, leave all those things from my briefcase, leave them at home, and just carry that one single device. And I wish you all the success for a very, very meaningful and a learning event. Thank you very much.